Hey guys. So I want to read today out of the book of Mark. I'm going to read chapter 5, verses 25 through 34. So here we go. A woman who had had a hemorrhage for 12 years and had endured much at the hands of many physicians and spent all that she had and was not helped at all, but rather had grown worse. After hearing about Jesus, she came up in the crowd behind him and touched his cloak, for she thought, if I just touch his garments, I will get well. Immediately the flow of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of her affliction. Immediately Jesus, perceiving in himself that the power proceeding from him had gone forth, turned around in the crowd and said, Who touched my garments? And his disciples said to him, You see the crowd pressing in on you, and you say, Who touched me? And he looked around to see the woman who had done this. But the woman, fearing and trembling, aware of what had happened to her, came and fell down before him and told him the whole truth. And he said to her, Daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace and be healed of your affliction. So, Jesus had just come back, actually, from berating a gentleman of a demon or many demons that was possessing him, and he had come back to the other side of the shore, and he was actually on his way to go heal a little girl of a church elder, I think. Upon this woman who was healed by him happened along his way to the leader's house. But the whole point I want to get to with this was that the woman heard about Jesus, heard what he could do, hadn't seen any of the miracles or healings, or excommunications, of demons. She hadn't seen any of that. She only heard about him and just thought, all I need to do is just touch his garment, not even talk to him. I mean, she had enough faith to realize that if she could just touch a piece of his clothing, that she would be healed by it. So, and Jesus, as soon as she did it, she was healed, and Jesus felt it. He knew he had healed somebody, but he didn't know who at first. And of course, he's getting pressed around by everybody, so the disciples are like, you're getting touched everywhere. How are you, asking this question when, we're being crowded all around. But the woman confessed to touching his garment because she was afraid and trembling. And the fear was just from realizing, I think, who Jesus really was. I mean, she knew that her thoughts had been validated because she felt the healing instantly. But all that to say is the first step to healing, to being healed of any affliction, any problems, any situation that you're in, is faith. faith produces healing. And along with faith, confession, repentance produces healing. So, and because of this woman's faith and the fact that she was willing to admit or confess what she had done, Jesus let the woman know that she was healed. I mean, he, I guess, just gave her confirmation of her healing and told her, simply that her faith is what caused him to be able to heal her. I mean, he healed her without even looking at her, without even seeing her, because of her faith. And this is not the only instance. There's I know of at least 2 or 3 other instances where either people themselves were healed, or friends or family members were healed, simply based on the fact they believed in Jesus Christ. They believed that he had the power to heal, that he had the power to save. And that's where we need to be every day. Our faith needs to be to the fact that we know and believe that he can heal anything that we're going through. We just got to have that faith. But bear in mind, though, even though we want something to happen, God may have other plans. His will be done. So if we don't get the healing that we want right away, it's going to be because he's got something better planned for us. And one very big thing that could be going on is that maybe whatever you were put on this earth to do, knowingly or even unknowingly, you may have fulfilled it. So he's ready to take you home, to bring you to him, because you were a good and faithful servant and did what you were supposed to. It's just something to chew on until I see you tomorrow. Have a good day.